Life is full of variables, and so is your PowerHouse.
Some of those can definitely save you money, and we'll show you how.
Today on PowerHouse, we'll talk about all the things you need to consider when you're investing in a smart thermostat.
We'll explore the efficiency, convenience, and innovation of a washer and dryer all in one machine.
And we'll see how to make the appliances in our home work for us and make choosing the right ceiling fan a breeze.
Let's make your home set it and forget it easy. Stay tuned for this week's PowerHouse. Everywhere you look, you find smart innovations for your home and appliances, but are all of them created equal? PJ Cowell from Alliant Heating and Air Conditioning is here to answer some key questions for us regarding smart thermostats and making the right choice for your PowerHouse. PJ, thanks for joining us. We see all sorts of advertisements that talk about, and it seems so simple. You go out, you buy it, you attach it to a wall, but there's much more to it than that, right?
There's much more to it, Pete. You have depending on what you need for compatibility, your installation, and what features you're looking for, it's going to vary quite a bit. And depending on what you have for a heating and cooling system, whether that's just a conventional standard furnace and air conditioner, that might take one type of thermostat. We get into some two-stage furnaces, variable speed furnaces, heat pumps. It just depends on what you have for equipment to make sure that your Wi-Fi thermostat is compatible with what type of product you have.
I'm smiling as you walk us through that, PJ, because there are a lot of variables there. Again, so I buy the smart thermostat, and I guess, again, the first thing is making sure it's compatible with what I have, and there are new systems, old systems. Walk us through that kind of the compatibility issue.
The biggest thing with these newer thermostats is they are Wi-Fi, so they need power to the thermostat to operate. They can run off batteries, but the batteries are going to run down fairly quickly. So usually we have them have what they call a C-wire that needs to run up to the existing thermostat location from the furnace.
So explain that. Walk our viewers through what we hear about a C-wire.
What it is, if we have a do-it-yourselfer that wants to put that in and it's got a standard 4-wire thermostat, you have 4 wires running from the thermostat down to the appliance. And what this needs is it needs a common is what it needs. So it needs what they call a C-wire. And with that C-wire, if that's not there, you could either pull new thermostat wire, which in some cases is kind of difficult, or you can get some adapters. I have one here that we sell a lot of that's actually, you can plug your wires into this, and this will adapt and create your C-wire. What it does is, let's say, for instance, you're running your air conditioning right now. Well, you're not running your furnace, so we can use the W-wire, which is what we use for heating, and we can make that a C-wire. This control will do that. When we get to the winter time, it'll reverse that. It'll take that W-wire and use it for heating. It'll take the Y-wire and use it for cooling. So this particular control can create that and make that work. The biggest thing with some of these thermostats and with a homeowner doing it themselves is just to make sure you know what you're doing. Obviously shut the power off first. There's a lot of people that are capable of hooking this up and hooking up a C-wire to this, but if you're not comfortable with it, you really should maybe contact your heating contractor and have this done professionally, because if this is not connected properly, you can do a lot of damage to the appliance.
And that's good to know. I mean, you know, we think about saving dollars, but you don't want to hook it up wrong and burn out a system, right?
Correct. You can burn up transformers and things like that and pay a lot more money than what it would have cost to have a service call to begin with. And usually what we'll do with them is if a homeowner ends up getting their own thermostat and it's compatible with their system, we can come out and do a clean and check on the appliance and then put that thermostat on them, and they're up and running.
We've talked about compatibility, installation. Let's talk about features now that come with smart thermostats. Imagine run the gamut.
Run the gamut. We got standard Wi-Fi thermostats. We have thermostats that you can get to where, let's say you have a 2-story home. We can get sensors to mount upstairs to where that can sense that temperature and have this system come on at different times to make that more comfortable up there. We get people that travel away in the winter. Your thermostat can, you can actually talk and change the temperatures from your phone with these Wi-Fi thermostats, or if you're coming home from work and want to turn it up before you get home. Again, the people that are moving to Florida or Arizona, you can add different features to some of these Wi-Fi thermostats to where you can have safety features like water sensors and cameras and alarms and things like that to protect your home.
Again, I'm smiling, PJ, as you walk us through all the features that come with it, but it is amazing. Again, whether it's seasonal heating and cooling or daily in terms of our regimented schedules that we have, and it can all be controlled from our phones, right?
Correct. And the biggest thing with these two is the energy efficiency. It's ultimately saving you some money when it's not running 24/7.
Okay, then let's also talk about, what we're paying for. What's the price on it? I imagine that can be little to a lot.
Little to a lot, depending on what we're looking for, what features we're looking for. You're going to be in the neighborhood of $400 to up to $1,000.
Well, PJ, thank you for sharing your insight. I feel smarter already, and that's a good thing. And if you'd like more information on energy-saving thermostat options and settings for your PowerHouse, visit our website at powerhousetv.com.
As our lives get busier, we look for ways to simplify our daily tasks, make them easier and more convenient, and bonus points if they're more energy efficient. We're here at Slager Appliance talking with Tim Slager about a washer and dryer combination that combines versatility along with convenience. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hello.
I'm really excited about hearing how this product works.
This is called GE Profile One-Step Wash and Dry. It is one appliance that does two things. You put in your clothes, select to wash, it'll automatically default to the dry cycle. Start when it's done, it's done. Washes right into dry. Time, savings, convenience, and energy efficient.
Okay, well, my experience with these all-in-one units has only been small units when I'm traveling overseas, and I really have been nonplussed. I've always had to hang the clothes dry. It seems like they just couldn't get things dry.
Yes.
So what sets this apart from that kind of technology? How is this different?
Well, time and technology has improved. As you mentioned, Europe, small. This is Americanized. It is a full-size, full-capacity tub. It is heat pumped to remove the heat in the dry cycle. Combined with a very large blower system, it is blowing a lot of air around and through the drum. The moisture that is condensating off stays in a little reservoir and just goes right back into the next wash.
So it kind of recycles it like a rain barrel, in a way?
Yeah, that's a very good analogy, yep. And there's no venting. So this is a totally self-contained unit.
So what are homeowners finding so appealing about this unit?
Time savings. You're coming down and starting your wash, and when it's done, it's dry. How many times do we forget to come down after the washer's done? 15 minutes, all afternoon, overnight. You're just picking up a lot of times because you don't have to remember it. And if you enable the smart active system, the smart HQ, it'll ping your phone that it's done to help pick up some time.
The size alone is a real benefit for homeowners, right?
Absolutely.
Takes up a lot less room.
Yes, it is the space of two appliances in one. So you replace your washer, your dryer, put this in, the space of the dryer is now available for something else. Clothing rack, clothing baskets, storage, or maybe option, got a 220 plug converter, plugs in two of these. You can have two of them side by side and double your laundry in the same amount of time.
So tell us about ways that this unit can actually save energy.
Being a front-load washers in generic are highly efficient compared to top-load washers, or top-load washers of the past anyway. So a front-load washer uses very little water. It's a tumble action system. It is the gentle system of a front loader that helps prolong clothing life. And so therefore, that's why it's a very popular feature. It doesn't have the issues of front loaders of past. A lot of front loaders of past were time killers because they were using a lot of time to do the cleaning. Now, a normal cycle on this, but this is a total wash, dry in 2 hours on your normal load. you're going to wash a comforter or some towels or jeans, the system will know that because you're telling the washer what you're going to wash.
Right.
And it'll adjust a little more time. It might use a little bit more water too based on the garment. You know, if it's a heavier full cotton, it's going to soak up some water, so it's got to compensate for that.
So Tim, are there any special considerations when it comes to the installation of this machine?
None whatsoever. It's 110 plug, dedicated circuit, washer, hot, cold water, your drain, no vent. It can go anywhere in your house. It can go in a room in the middle of the house if you can get the water utilities there. So you don't have to worry about venting or the distance of venting or lint plugging up a vent at the exit port at the side of the house.
That really opens up the possibilities for homeowners, right? To
Absolutely.
have a second floor laundry if they want it.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be on an exterior wall anymore.
That's right. Yeah. The venting is an installation issue for laundry. Why is it located in areas of the house? This solves that problem.
Right. Well, it sounds like a dream come true, which brings me to the cost. Can you give us a window, or how does this compare to a traditional washer and dryer when it comes to
So on a matching front load washer, dryer with the same cycle options, it's literally the same price. You're buying a washer, you're buying the matching dryer, or here you're buying the combo unit. Now yes, there is lower price front load washer matching dryer, but on the same feature, it's literally the same price.
Right. Well, and this is kind of new technology here too, so I can imagine as time goes on, it will be even more affordable, like everything else, right?
Yeah, the technology and the system, it is something to get used to. Like anything energy efficient, you have to understand why it's energy efficient and adjust accordingly to it. You just can't expect it's like mom's old washer of 30 years ago. Like, why doesn't it do this? Well, because technology and efficiency has made changes for the good, and for environmentally and our use, our daily costs.
Right.
Yeah, it's a truly innovative machine. It is probably the most unique thing that's come to laundry in a long time.
Well, my last question is maintenance. If I buy this, I put it in my laundry room, do I have to do anything special?
No, per se, nothing. You've got your typical tub clean or basket clean. You don't want to over soap it. If you do over soap it, you're going to want to clean it in there. Too many of the pillow pills or too much soap dumped in there. Otherwise, like dryers, it has to deal with the lint. And right here is a lint system. You just pull this out, and it is a very large lint filter.
Wow, we always talk about safety on PowerHouse, and this is really important.
Yeah, so lint is not leaving. There is no heat source. Now, there's been some dryer fires that are known in the country because dryer vents got plugged up, and it builds up within the machine near the heat source. And that's where you get a lint fire. Not going to happen with this.
Well, you got me sold, Tim. Thank you so much for giving us such a thorough overview.
You're welcome. Thank you.
If you'd like more information about picking out energy-efficient appliances for your PowerHouse, just visit our website, powerhousetv.com. No matter which ones you choose, appliances are a significant investment for homeowners. We spend years with our choices, and we want to make sure we're getting the best out of them while we have them.
Getting familiar with all the settings and modes provided by your appliances can help you select the right settings to make them more energy efficient and keep them operating at their optimal performance. We're going to step you through some strategies and settings that will help the appliances in your PowerHouse be more efficient. Washers and dryers have so many settings. These choices help us protect our clothes and give us options to save energy. Here are some of the best laundry strategies to cut back on energy use. 1. Select the right cycle and load size settings to help your washer conserve water and energy. That way it doesn't run longer than needed. Save longer cycles for heavily soiled items as needed. Next, wash in cold water. It uses energy to heat the water. A good cold water detergent can give you a great result even without hot water. At the very least, set your rinse cycle to cold to save those water heating dollars. And spin clothes well before drying. This can reduce the amount of time your dryer needs to run. Some washers have a dedicated spin cycle that can be run in addition to the wash. And spin speeds can often be selected with higher speeds, resulting in removing more water. And finally, avoid heat dry options on the dryer. Drying in high heat uses more energy and can be more damaging to materials. Consider hang drying items or using a clothesline when it makes sense.
With refrigerators and freezers, it's all about the temperature. Refrigerator temperature range should be between 37 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Your freezer should be set at 0 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Keeping those settings will protect your food and helps the refrigerator operate at peak efficiency. An empty freezer takes more energy to stay at temperature than a full one, so keeping the freezer about 3/4 full can help to keep it efficient. Don't overfill your refrigerator. Again, about 3/4 capacity is best for cooling and maintaining food quality and temperature. Some refrigerators have additional modes, such as vacation mode or power save or other smart features that adjust based on the temperature of the room or how often the door is opened. So, if your unit has these or provides energy usage data, be sure to use them to maximize your energy savings. Keep coils clean and maintain door seals to minimize overall electricity usage.
Dishwasher controls run the gamut from very basic to having many options. Most loads of dishes can be cleaned using the most basic operating mode or energy-saving setting. Use heavy or sanitized settings sparingly, as they will use more time, water, and energy for heating. Run your dishwasher only when it's full. Fewer cycles use less energy.
Cooking at home saves us money on a lot of fronts, so let's make sure it's also energy efficient. Use smaller appliances for small meals. Microwaves, toaster ovens, convection ovens, air fryers, and other countertop appliances use less energy than full-sized ovens. If your oven has convection features, they'll likely be more efficient and use less energy than the standard oven function. When considering a new oven, put convection features on your list of pluses. Turn off appliances when not in use. Unplug small countertop appliances to prevent energy drain while in standby mode. For gas ranges, make sure your burners are emitting a blue flame, not yellow. Yellow flames indicate the gas is not burning efficiently and an adjustment may be needed. Choose the right size of pan for the burner you're using to avoid losing excess heat. Cover cooking pans and pots to reduce overall cooking time. And clean burners and reflectors on your range top reflect heat better and they use less energy.
Nicely done, Megan.
Thank you, Pete. Our appliances can be our greatest allies as we win the battle for energy savings.
For more energy-saving tips and tricks, be sure to visit PowerHouseTV.com or AlliantEnergy.com. When looking for energy-efficient ways to add beauty and comfort to your home, ceiling fans should be near the top of your list.
With so many styles, sizes, and options available, it's easy to find one that meets your needs and complements your decor. Let's take a look.
Your first question might be, why should I consider adding a ceiling fan? While a ceiling fan operates differently than other styles of fans, it brings significant benefits in comfort. In warm or cool weather, circulation of air from a ceiling fan can improve the perceived temperature of your spaces with minimal energy use. For example, in the summer, a ceiling fan will make your room feel cooler rather than turning down the temperature on your thermostat.
Utility bills can be reduced by using the clockwise and counterclockwise function of ceiling fans. In one direction, it can push warm air that's naturally risen to the ceiling down to the living area in winter, and in the other direction, create a cooling circulation of air-conditioned air to reduce your home's temperature by as much as 8 degrees in the summer.
And always make sure to look for Energy Star certified fan kits, which can be up to 60% more energy efficient than those that are not Energy Star rated.
Selecting the right size fan for your room is also helpful. Once you've chosen a location for your fan, take into account the size of the room. Most ceiling fans will show you the size of the room they'll work best in. Rooms up to 8 foot by 10 foot in size can use a smaller fan, approximately 29 to 39 inches in blade span. Larger rooms measuring up to 10 by 20 feet are best served by a 42 to 52 inch fan. Rooms that are 20 by 20 or larger likely need a 56-inch or larger fan. The width and style of the blades will impact the airflow the fan can create. CFM ratings, or cubic feet per minute, indicate how much air the fan can move to help serve the space in which it will be placed.
Dark spaces or areas without a lot of natural light may benefit from a fan setup that includes a light fixture. Be sure to keep the lighting function energy efficient by using LED bulbs in the fixture. Depending on the height of your ceilings, you can choose mounting options from fully flush mount or low profile to the ceiling to an extended down rod to allow the airflow impact to reach farther into the room.
There are more options than ever when it comes to how to control your ceiling fan. Some fans operate manually from a simple pull chain. Wall control models allow you to control on-off, light functions, and speed from a switch on the wall. If you're looking for increased convenience and ease, consider a fan unit with a remote control, with options for fan speed, light dimming, and even reversing the fan's direction. Those controls are right at your fingertips. Smart fans have options that allow you to control the functions from your smart home assistant or from other smart devices via an app.
Maintenance of your ceiling fan is easy. Dust the blades to reduce drag and keep the unit looking good and functioning well. If you're not in the room where the fan is, turn it off to conserve even more energy. Your fan should run smoothly, quietly, and without wobbling. If you do experience balance issues that cause a wobble, balance kits are available to help you correct it. And if you're looking to add a ceiling fan to an outdoor space, a bathroom, or other potentially wet spaces, look for a UL wet or damp rating that indicates the fan is moisture and rust resistant. Ceiling fans are a great way to move the needle on your energy savings.
For additional ideas and DIY projects you can complete to boost your home's efficiency, be sure to visit PowerHouseTV.com. We set our homes up for success on this week's PowerHouse.
We made smart choices about smart thermostats.
We explored the benefits of one machine with two functions.
We maximized the energy savings in our appliances.
And we took a turn at selecting a ceiling fan that suits our needs and our decor.
It's the little things that can make a big difference on this week's PowerHouse.